it's a shame we played the way we did in the second half, and and it began with our starters. We have a responsibility to play to who we are for 40 minutes. I told the players, Perry Clark's won over 400 games as a Division I head coach. He didn't give them 20 minutes of effort on the scouting report. He prepared them as if we were playing for the conference championship. And, unfortunately, our team immaturity continues to be our challenge. And it's not the immaturity of our young guys, freshmen or freshmen. It's the immaturity of our older guys. We have to figure out a way to embrace who we can be, which is play through our disciplines with respect to our system, like we did in the first half, like we have for the majority of the season, and try real hard to do that for 40 minutes and not 20. That's the challenge with our basketball team. It's not our talent, it's not our desire, it's our immaturity. And it's not, once again, it's not the first year guys. They don't know any better. They're gonna run in whatever direction people lead. And our older guys, their immaturity is just it's unfortunate.
Pete?
I got to ask, is that something you correct at practice? Is it something that's as much internal as it is external?
No, we're a good team, Pete. I'm not sitting here telling you we're a bad team. We've had great moments as a basketball team, but our challenge for us to become as good as we're capable of being is maturity from the older players. That's our challenge, and that's where, when we sit around and everyone's talking about, well, these guys are more talented than those guys and this and that, that's where Mendalgas is so needed, because he's a guy that's been through it for 4 years. He doesn't care what time of the day, who the opponent, where we're playing, what the score is. He's going to do his job the right way every single time. And we don't have enough of that yet. We don't have enough of that yet. We got good dudes. They want to do right. And, we've played a pretty hard schedule. We got another hard one coming up here. We've pushed these guys, for as young as we are, to the limits. I'm just being totally honest with you that immaturity is our biggest challenge. And for us to become as good as I think we can be, and I think we can be a real good team, maturities will determine that.
Raw had that breakout game. It looks like he's been close to having it for a while. What kind of turned on for him tonight?
He's just starting to get more comfortable, conditioning-wise, understanding college basketball. Raw's biggest challenge is he didn't get all the reps in the summer in Costa Rica, in the preseason, first because of injury, second because of his situation that he got in the community, that he got into in the community. He's just starting to get in shape. He couldn't run. When you break a foot for 6 months, you can't run. And you've seen his body. Guys like him and me, if we can't run, we got issues. And he's starting to get in shape. Raw's challenge is to continue. I just said this outside. He's like, I'm going back to being a math teacher. You get a transfer into your classroom, into your Algebra 1 class, and you're 7-8 weeks into the semester. You're trying to figure out how to understand what he already knows, because you still have to educate that person. Even though your class might be on Chapter 7, he might only understand up to Chapter 3. And you're trying to figure out a way to get him caught up so he can be as prepared as everyone else has been in your class from day one. That's kind of where we're at with him. The one thing where he's going to have to learn, Raw's an unbelievable prideful. He's got unbelievable pride. And there's a way that you can play in the playground, and there's a way you play in college basketball. You can't go at people every time somebody scores at you, and that's where he and I need to get on a better place. The one mistake he makes is when he's not sure what he's supposed to do, he stands. And that's the last thing you ever do on the basketball floor. If you become a statue on the basketball floor, it makes it easy for the defense. And he's better defensively than I thought he was going to be this early, as far as our concepts. Offensively, you know, he can make some shots. He's got a good mind for the game. He sees certain passes. Right now, he's trying to make the home run pass. He's got to learn how to make the simple pass. And that's the playground to college basketball. That's experience. That's experience.
Frank, coming off the break, how did you feel like they played in the first half? Seemed like they came out and played within themselves and stayed within the offense and did a pretty good job.
By the way, I love your shirt. I'm waiting on my son to call me, see if they won or not. Okay. How we played, I didn't want to play today. I wanted to play tomorrow. Memphis couldn't play on the 31st. I didn't think it was fair for our guys, for our team, to play on the 28th here and then play Memphis on the 30th. I didn't think that'd be fair to our guys. So I went ahead and scheduled today. I don't like sacrificing Christmas. We ask our guys to do a lot. I want them to be able to relax with their families and enjoy the 2-3 days that they get, and I just don't like sacrificing that. But we had to play today, so that means everyone traveled in on Christmas. We had about an hour and 15-minute workout, about 8:30 at night on Christmas night, and then we actually practiced real good yesterday. So I was not surprised that we played as well as we did in the first half. I thought we were excited to play. I thought we played through our disciplines. I thought we played with unbelievable unselfishness on defense and offense. And the one thing I saw is the ball was moving, players were moving, and when guys were open, they were making shots. And I was hoping that gave us greater confidence. So that's why I'm going to try and ignore the second half. It is what it is. I wasn't happy. They know it. I tell them I am point blank raw with our players about everything, whether it's society, our team, good, bad, indifferent. I am raw. I tell them the truth all the time. I don't try and trick people. But I'm going to disregard the second half. They know I wasn't happy about it. It is what it is. It's over and done with. Can't change it. We're going to try and build on who we were in the first half and try and play more to that personality for a 40-minute period. And that's the better we can do that, the closer we'll become to being as good a team as I think we can be.
Questions for Frank? Pete?
Frank, we're not going to see it before Memphis. What kind of challenge are they going to present?
Yeah, well, they got a first-round pick in the kid Lawson. You know, he's a first-round pick. His brother's real good too. I'm not going to sit here and determine whether his brother's a draftable player or not. I don't know, but I know the one kid came real close to staying in the draft, and he would have been drafted if he had. They got their small forward started for them last year. Their point guard was their backup point guard. You know, Tubby's got them doing what Tubby does. Those of you guys that, you know, been here for a while, you know what Tubby's all about. He's one of the great coaches in our business and continues to do that. And I've watched them play. I have not studied them yet. I'm going to start that tonight. Just typical Tubby stuff. You know, they're playing real fast on offense. They're very balanced offensively. They're long. You know, they're long. They're 6'8", 6'9", but they are long 6'9". They long-arm kids that are long and bouncy. You know, it's different team than they were last year. We've got a hard one. You know, but that's all right. That's what it's about. You know, you get better by getting challenged. And Tubby, you're not going to get anything easy against Tubby's teams. It's going to be hard. And I'm excited to see who our team is in that opportunity.
Frank, I wanted to ask about playing Division II teams too. This seems very important to you.
Yep.
What do you see as the value of playing them? I'm guessing too that the comments you get from your Division II colleagues that you do allow these games, you know, you advocate for these games must be pretty heartening too.
Yeah, you know, Pete, we play in an exempt tournament. So instead of playing 27 games, we actually play 31, okay? So we play in an exempt tournament. Who we are as a team, if you can't figure that out after 30 games, you're not going to figure it out after 31. So if you need 31 to evaluate our team instead of 30, I feel bad for your intellect. You know, I really do. You know, we are who we are after 30 games. We're the same team after 31. So that whole nonsense about being evaluated one more game, please, give me a break. Here's the part that's special to me, okay? There's kids on that team that probably grew up coming to games here and dreamt of playing in this building one day. That gives them an opportunity. That's a great thing for community, to build a fan base, to build people that actually care about Gamecock basketball, which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, 5 years ago, that's been a challenge to kind of recreate that atmosphere. Secondly, those Division II schools, the reason they're Division II is not because they got lesser players. It's because they got small budgets. The university chooses to invest its resources in things other than athletics. That's fine. That's their prerogative. Instead of giving a school, and I don't, remember now, I coached at Northeastern, and we had an RPI of 250. So I'm not trying to negate anything here, but if we have a guarantee game against a team that's got an RPI of 250 and we win, it actually complicates our RPI in a negative way, okay? Give the check to the team in the state that has kids that grew up in this state, idolizing and thinking about playing in this building. Give them an opportunity. Give that athletic department the guarantee check that helps them run their programs better. We're all trying to build basketball in this state. Making those schools a little bit better means that we're doing our job as the lead university in this state, that we're doing our jobs to continue to open doors, to create better opportunities for kids from our state all over the different universities in this state. So it's a combination of all those things, and you know, I don't get it. I really don't. I understand, you know, the whole deal. Well, you got another game, your RPI can get better. And our schedule's hard enough. If you need 31 games to evaluate our team, not 30, then you know, you probably don't need to be making decisions as to what team's a good postseason team and what team's not.
Any more questions? Yes, guys.
Thank you.